I've said this for years. Stories get out when people want them out. I have certain stories right now I know to be true, but I don't want to burn a source. I don't want to burn a friend. And they're not massively newsworthy, so I don't put everything out there I have. If I wanted it out, I'd put it out. I'd leak it to somebody else. The reality is the media suppresses some stories, and the media gets stories only when people allow them to have stories. We need sources. Well, suddenly, yesterday, oh my word, stories started leaking right after the news that Josh Gordon is out of the NFL, out of the Patriots. He was a Hail Mary pass to begin with. Stories started leaking that the Patriots reportedly tried to trade for Demaryius Thomas. They knew Gordon probably wouldn't last. The Athletic's Jeff Howe, a fine NFL reporter, works for The Athletic, a fine subscription sports service. You should subscribe today. Why? Think about this. The NFL's done year-long investigations on New England to get kernels of information. Josh Gordon's out. 6 hours later, stories coming out of New England. We tried to get other people. Why? Because the narrative is swinging anti-Belichick. This is on him, not Tom. By the way, even the Boston newspapers this morning are crushing the Patriots. They're taking Brady's side on this like we did yesterday. Hey, this is not on Brady. What Brady's doing this year, his numbers are remarkable when you consider what he has to work with. A rookie running back that's been hurt, another running back who's more of a receiver. They've turned Cordarrelle Patterson, a receiver, into a running back. Gronk's on his last year. Edelman can't catch big balls. Dorsett's a bust. Gordon couldn't stay in the league. So what happens? New England, knowing they're getting crushed in Boston nationally, let's throw a few of these gems out to make sure everybody knows, hey, listen, we tried to get Demaryius Thomas. There's a reason we wouldn't cut Philip Dorsett. Stories leak when people want them leaked. And Belichick also knows, and New England also knows, they're in big trouble. They cannot now, without a deep threat, beat Kansas City, beat Pittsburgh, go on the road and beat the Chargers. I don't know if they could beat Baltimore or Houston at home. But this New England team is old, beat up, with second-tier weapons for the greatest quarterback that's ever played. By the way, LeBron left Cleveland twice because of this sort of situation. I got nothing here. Dan Gilbert got me nothing. Brady, if this was the NBA, should leave. Look at the weapons the Chargers have, the Steelers have, the Texans have. Look at the weapons that Dak Prescott has. Amari Cooper, Zeke, elite offensive line, great front seven defensively. Patriots passing weapons, Cordarrelle Patterson, Philip Dorsett, Chris Hogan, an old Gronk, and Julian Edelman. They've drafted one legitimate receiver in a decade, Edelman, and he was a quarterback at Kent State. They had Brandon Cooks. Inexplicably, let him go. So remember, when people talk about Hail Marys, what is a Hail Mary in football? It's a desperation pass. It's our last chance. Josh Gordon was a Hail Mary. That's all this was. Why was he a Hail Mary? Because New England and Belichick have done a lousy job getting Tom elite college receivers. They're all over this league. Pittsburgh drafts 2 every other year. New England hasn't done anything for Tom in a decade at wide receiver. They have to scout the NFL, find cheap guys who fit into a system. No Julio Jones. They can get Randy Moss. They can get him from an NFL team. So stories leak when somebody wants them leaked. And even Boston today is crushing the front office and Belichick. You are wasting Brady's final years. You're wasting. People say Aaron Rodgers has no help. Jordy Nelson, they got him Jimmy Graham, Devontae Adams, Randall Cobb. These guys can play. Aaron Rodgers and Favre had players. Peyton Manning had all-stars. Brady, last 7 years. Randy Moss for an hour. Ugly. So one of the big games this weekend is the Steelers, who rebooted a little this past week, beat Pittsburgh, beat New England. They go to New Orleans, where I think they're going to lose to the Saints. Close game. And Cam Jordan's a great player for the Saints, and he was given Big Ben. He was pushing back on how great Big Ben is. I like Big Ben. I think Big Ben's what we thought Cam Newton could be. I'll tell you, he wins more recently and on the road than Aaron Rodgers. But let's be fair about this. Let's just say, how good is Big Ben? Let's go to the year he was drafted, 2004. I'm going to list the significant quarterbacks. There's 21 that have come out since 2004. I'm not listing all of them, just the guys who have had some modicum of success. Eli, Phillip Rivers, Aaron Rodgers, Jay Cutler, Matt Ryan, Flacco, Matt Stafford, Sam Bradford, Cam Newton, Andy Dalton, Colin Kaepernick, Alex Smith, Russell Wilson, Andrew Luck, Derek Carr, Mariota, Goff, Wentz, Mahomes, Deshaun Watson, Mitch Trubisky. So in 14 years, 21 guys have come out, and I would consider them, they've had some modicum of success. I'd put Big Ben number 1. Ben 1, Rodgers 2, Russell 3, Phillip 4, Andrew Luck 5. Now, I think Russell Wilson still has 7 years to go. Andrew Luck has 7 to 8. Now, you're saying to yourself, Ben and Aaron Rodgers, folks, I've been saying this for the last couple of years. Aaron compares to Ben, not Brady. Brady pulled away years ago from him, just too much hardware, too many wins. But once again, Aaron, at the back-to-back years, not in the playoffs, harder to coach. We don't even know who his coach is. A lot of drama. And, you know, I'll say this, and I'm not blaming Aaron, but Big Ben's just got a better organization. They draft better than Green Bay, and they've given him better pieces. And I'm not knocking Aaron Rodgers for that, but if you're telling me the last 14 years, the 21 quarterbacks drafted, Big Ben is no worse than second, and I would put him first over Aaron Rodgers. I'd go Ben, Rodgers, Russell, Rivers, Luck. I love all of them. I don't even put Eli in that classification. Let's get past Eli. And all 5 of these guys I like. And I do think Big Ben has the benefit of the Rooney family, great owners. He's had a very good defensive coach, Mike Tomlin, and they've drafted the heck out of running backs and wide receivers and offensive linemen. And the Steelers are a better free agent city. So some of that Ben over Rodgers is, you know, Ben didn't have a lot to do with it. His team gets him better players, keeps better players, drafts better players. But you start talking about Ben Roethlisberger, at worst, he's second. And I love Russell Wilson. And I think Russell Wilson could eventually be better than Big Ben. Russell, I think, is a Hall of Famer, too. But let's not go crazy on Big Ben and bang on him here because he's got a lot of drama. Aaron's got his drama. Andrew Luck's had his injuries. Phillip Rivers hasn't won. If you look at the top 5 guys, they've all got a ding against them. Aaron Rodgers, hurt again, a lot of drama. Russell Wilson had that Super Bowl loss. We still consider him, I don't, many do, better runner than thrower. Phillip Rivers, not enough playoff wins. Andrew Luck, a lot of picks. Doesn't matter to me, but it does to a lot of people, and he's been hurt for a lot of it. So let's not go crazy on Big Ben's a great player. Big Ben is what we thought Cam Newton could be, and Cam's not even in the same galaxy, not even in the same area code. Big Ben's an all-timer. Hi, everybody. Thanks for watching. Subscribe here to get the latest from the show. Also, be sure to check out more of the best clips from The Herd or go watch a few segments from other shows on FS1.